Bruce Davidson here with some thoughts that may help you make more sales with our leads. We've been at this a while and we've helped a lot of agents make a lot of commissions. We'd like to help you get to or stay at the top 10%. So here goes. Call your leads immediately. You'd be amazed how often agents advise us that they haven't had time to get around to calling their prospects. This is a big mistake. It's difficult enough to even get a consumer to agree to speak with you. You know that. But once they do, they're open to the process. This means that when your competition calls them out of the blue 4 hours after we spoke to them, they're ready to talk to anyone. You know, competition is so fierce. Consumers are being bombarded by television, radio, newspaper, magazines, mail-in cards, the internet, Facebook, call centers. When you're fortunate enough to get a consumer that wants to speak with you, talk to them right away. Call every lead. Of course, we're going to take back leads that don't meet the qualifiers that we've agreed to, but that doesn't put any money in your pocket, does it? You won't know the facts until you actually speak to these people, because you never know what's going to come out of a phone call. And I've yet to meet an agent who would rather get a credit than a sale. So call them first. Ask questions later. Have a good story handy. Of course you're going to get objections, most of which are simply a test by the prospect before they part with their money. And we've found that most objections can be neutralized with a good story, based on your experience. A story is infinitely more powerful than a simple rebuttal, because it has heart. The objection is irrelevant. They can't afford it. Their wife has Social Security. Their house is paid for. Their kids are all grown and successful. She's going to bury me in the backyard with a dog. Doesn't matter. But you have to have a good story. The fact is that there are thousands of cases where life insurance has proven to override these objections and has averted a tragedy, right? So here's your story. I know what you mean, Bob. Money is tight these days, isn't it? And if it's tight right now, imagine how tight it'll be 5 years, 10 years from now when your wife, family, kids are on their own. You know, it was just last year that I was meeting with someone who had the exact same concern that you do. But this gentleman realized that he couldn't leave his wife holding the bag if something happened to him. Wouldn't you know it, it was 6 months later that he had a massive heart attack. Boy, his wife was grief-stricken. But it felt so good when I got that note from her saying that she didn't know how she would have made it without the extra money that that policy provided. She said she thanks him every day. See what I mean? This is a personal response to an offhand objection.